5 turns until my army is complete. And I'm building up a substantial navy for transporting my forces across. 1 turn until that navy's finished. Turn to that. Let me see here. I'll soon be able to start moving into recruitment of the elite troops of the Roman of the Roman army. I want to say Roman infantry for some reason, and I don't know why. Now I am going to add a blacksmith to my queue in Sparta, which will be fairly handy as I'll be able to get better units. And the Senate's suggestions are good ones. I'll have to start blockading ports for extended periods of time. The Greeks would have to start getting rid of a large number of troops if I did that after all, since they'd be poor. Same with the Macedonians. Both factions have a fairly pitiful navy, so that would not be a problem. And I'll build a market in Tarentum, if for no other reason than to expand my economy a bit faster. One ship there and my navy will be complete. 5 turns for that army. Then I can commence my assault. Now I have one last thing to check out. 10 turns. More than enough time to finish my army and navy and get them across to Kydonia and conquer it. Yeah, their navy isn't too big, that's just my straggler fleet. Once I establish my Mediterranean bases, I'm going to start pouring out naval forces. And things are going to get a lot tougher for the Greeks in the Mediterranean. I'd say building work is fine there. Let me see here. I'll add a blacksmith to give them an advantage in unit quality. And put in a stables there. We're building well. Julia went to war with Carthage again. They seem to enjoy that for some reason. A large town. Minor city. Macedonians appear to only have 4 cities. Conquering them couldn't be that difficult, but if I start too soon, then they'll push back hard. And I'd rather defeat them without too much trouble, if at all possible.
Aye, Captain.
Now for this irritating rebel force.
Victory!
Now the rebels have been dealt with.
Set sail!
Time to return to the docks for repairs. At least my navy's not too costly to maintain as long as I keep it near ports. 4 turns until the army is ready. Okay, let's check things out. Almost got things ready for that invasion. 3 turns for my army, 1 turn for the market. Population is fast approaching upgrade level in Tarentum. Croton is building well. Let's check out the other settlements. Kydonia doesn't have the population to build anything else. Port's about finished in Apollonia. Yep, the Macedonians have their cities garrisoned and are leaving a token force led by a captain in the area. Sparta's doing well in building. I have to decide something. I'm gonna add an archery range for them. It will be handy for a settlement in the area to have access to the more advanced military buildings, so I can start building the more powerful Roman units there. Air an attack in the area without having to ship units across. 3 turns left before my army is ready. Let me check on the Senate's hissy fit status. I'm fairly unpopular with the commoners, and the Senate tolerates me. Not the best. 8 turns left. I've got plenty of time for that mission, fortunately. I'm sorry, Carthage. Seeing as my fellow Roman factions are more inclined to rape you rape your cities with their armies, I don't want an alliance right now. Again with the language. I really gotta learn to shut my mouth when I'm on YouTube. Sorry again, I say things that I don't mean sometimes. Didn't mean anything by it. Dear God, I should learn to watch what I'm saying when I'm recording. Apologies. Please, if I offended anyone. Tarentum's built everything it can for now. Apollonia's port is constructed. And it's building. I'll add paved roads to their queue. Let's check Sparta. They're building well. Something I don't care about. 2 turns until the army is ready. Macedonian's token garrison that was up around here is either withdrawn or been put into one of the cities to serve as a garrison force. End of turn. Building work ongoing. I'm going to start building stone walls in Croton for extra defenses. I'm going to be at war in the Italian peninsula and eventually, though that's a long time from now, and I'd like to prepare ahead. My army will be ready next turn. Random diplomatic mumbo jumbo, check. Not much for me to do this turn.
Ready to sail.
Though I am going to sail my fleet up there so that the army can get right on and sail off without having to deal with the usual nonsense. And so I hopefully don't have to worry about being engaged by their fleet. Was my answer last time not sufficient? I have a better idea. You become my protectorate and pay me 100,000 denarii for the privilege of not being destroyed by the might of Rome. I knew you were going to say no. I just wanted to piss you off. Another typical faction that annoys the hell out of me. Alright, you can have your trade rights. Apollonian, Sparta are doing fairly well in the construction front. Blacksmith. Okay. That's my army built. both of my family members are fairly useless, so this should get them some combat experience. I'll be sending all of this army on board. Why is the face gone red suddenly? Not a good sign. 3 turns to reach Kydonia. I'll lower taxes for the time being. And recruit a couple more peasants to keep the populace from whining. And if they attack, my half-stack fleet of triremes and biremes should be more than enough to fend off these pathetic Macedonian fleets. I'm going to start building up a fairly massive navy once I have control of these 2 Mediterranean islands. Doubt if I could pull it off, but after that, if I could conquer these islands from Carthage, as well as take Carthage itself, since it's a base operating on the coastline, will give me access to another naval outpost, I could dominate the seas. I don't see that happening, but it would be nice. Oh well, end my turn. I'll take a couple of naval bases wherever I can get them. I don't think I'll be able to take Carthage before the Scipii get to it, though.
Fleet ready.
But you never know. Or if you don't try, right?
Aye, aye, Captain. No more moves, sir. Set sail.
2 turns to reach Kydonia. Or possibly 3, depending on what kind of movement speeds my troops can achieve once they're on that island. Building work is ongoing across my empire. We're approaching the level of building work and population we need to upgrade the settlement in Tarentum, and I can finally up the taxes there. End the turn. Sparta's blockaded, and the Macedonians have moved a couple of armies down towards Sparta. This is slightly worrying. Quick save. Now, let's have a look around and see what I can do. Have a look at these armies. That's a fairly large force, though I'm pretty sure I could match it in the field if they attacked. With this army, I might lose a lot of forces, but I could push them back. The Macedonians are starting to concern me. I think it's time to start recruiting another army for my campaign into Macedon.